What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you, Axis Football. Some exclusive screenshots and what I will say may be the standard bearer in all football games for coaching carousels in terms of on a console. First of all, it depends on being successful, having enough money, going out and affording the coaches you want. And it's going to be harder than you may think because this is a full 16 position staff. So your head coach, your offensive and defensive special teams coordinators. Now we've talked about scouts, but we'll go real quick in the middle here, position coaches, because you have the full assortment. Your quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, both lines, linebacker, and defensive backs. You also have, like we've talked about in the other video, the scouts, depending on their ratings, how much information they can return per actual region. When you talk about browsing for new coaches, pretty good assortment here of free agent coaches, but this is the most important screen. I cannot stress to you enough. We have asked for this in football games for the longest time. Now, let me just say, if these are the faces that are going to be in the game, they are much improved. Yes, I understand there's some repetition between linebacker and central scout. That's okay. That can be worked on. But the ability to promote coaches from within is massive. And why it's been excluded from a lot of console football games, I really don't know. But in real football, you have these scenarios play out all the time. A coach is fired mid-season, a coordinator steps in, that coordinator becomes a head coach, and then all of a sudden, that is a commodity in the league, and then he can go out and sign with another team. Happened with the Colts, for example. Pagano, Bruce Arians. These things are very, very common. So I love the ability to go through, and let's say you have someone start as a defensive backs coach, and he does so well, you promote him to defensive coordinator, and then you have to fire your coach, or your coach retires, and you don't want to go sign a whole new coach to bring in a whole new scheme. You want to keep someone that you've had on your team, that's familiar with your team, that has a playbook that you like, whatever the case may be in any game. The ability to go through and keep that person and promote him to a head coach position is incredible. It is a world of depth. I've never seen, maybe head coach in console games. I don't think I've ever seen a full 16 position coaching staff available. So Axis Football, in a way, kind of setting the standard in terms of what we expect out of coaching carousels and coaching trees, which, like I said, I don't care what game you're playing. This is something every game would benefit from and technically should have. So I know a lot of it comes down to gameplay. We've yet to see that from Axis. I think justifiably so, based on what happened earlier in the year with their kind of continued delayed release on PS4. They're being a bit cautious in giving dates, and I think to that point, all the independent games are. They're waiting for certification. I know the number one thing people ask, when is the game coming out? Well, unlike Madden, they're not printing discs. So they can't have a street release date, if you will. They're dependent on certification through the consoles. Once that is done, they basically are given a release date of when they'll be in the marketplace. So for people that ask, see this and say, great, I want it, when can I get it? You can get it once it clears certification, and we really won't have any concrete information until that takes place. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. I will be back very shortly with more comments.